It's me, mrjayowhy. I hope you have an awesome day. Right, well, tomorrow, Fortnite OG has its first live event. The rocket launch. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Who's excited? I'm excited. Hopefully something. Hopefully the things that I said happen will to change. It might be a bit of a rip. If it does, we've got a load of content for the next month. So, okay, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Right. RJ, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Right, what am I doing here? Alright, we turn that on. Yes. Yes, please. Right. How are we doing today, guys? Crazy, how's it going? Pancakes, how's it going? How is your day? How are we all doing, guys? Welcome in. Right, while we get settled in for today's stream, let's go and have a look at the Fortnite item shop today. So we've got gentle painting, a Bob Wash collab. That's pretty cool. Chapter 4 map.
Got a happy little tree, lives right there.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'll bring it around. Bear hog emote, dimensional, victory vibes, battle boss. Obviously, this is for the Lego collaboration, I believe. Jolly July. Stormtrooper, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We've got Christmas skins in July, of course. We've got battle ready. Again, so we've got 2 battle readies. I got a question. Do you happen to know if the event will have its own playlist? I haven't been keeping track of Fortnite news lately. I'm not entirely sure about play. It's got something. There will be a mode where the storm will be deactivated and the game will not end, and it'll be up to an hour before the event is meant to start. So it'd be like, I guess for the Death Star one, like we just flew around, didn't we, for quite a long time before the event actually started, and the game wouldn't end. So it'd be something like that. I'm pretty sure. I'm angry. The event is at 7 PM and I have to be somewhere at 5 PM. Oh, damn, Stormtrooper. Damn. There's always next year, OG, that you can see it. So it might have its event, or it might just be the normal playlist. I have no idea. But there's something planned. So well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Q, how's it going? Yo. How are you? Right, I was actually meant to be. I kind of stopped looking at the shop there. Right? See, there's so much of this shop. There's so many tabs and stuff. I get bored halfway through looking for the shop. I'm like, I get distracted by something else. Son Hun Min is leaving today. So get this bundle when you can, if you want it. Actually, the sword's pretty good. That will go with some things. Definitely. Might be a last minute purchase, to be fair. Code mrjayowhy in the Fortnite item shop. Thanks to anyone using my code. Palmer, how's it going? I don't know. You said that before. I actually happened to say my credit code. mrjayowhy, guys. mrjayowhy. Mr. Joy, essentially. Yeah, I just literally said that. See, great minds, things alike. Things alike. Right. So, guys, we're gonna do a game. Why am I on Zero Build OG? I never play Zero Build. Let's just. Okay. See, by the looks of these being like the loading, what are these called? The thumbnails for the event. So I'm pretty sure the full mode will be disabled and it'll be the event players, and this will be event. Because what would be the point of putting live event? They've never done this before. Bro, more Stormtrooper, we're just you know, we're just all trying to, you know, get some use in our code. So with all due respect, no. So yeah, we're gonna do a game, and then I've got some news in Fortnite. There's some news going around, some pretty big news. So I want to yap about that for a while. Right, the pit got sold for millions apparently to the people who make War Thunder. So that's interesting. I mean, there was an announcement about a couple months ago that there was a partnership, but they've bought the whole thing. Crazy. Crazy. Oh my god, it's Amy. Right, where are we landing? Chat, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to leave a like button. And obviously, if you want to get involved in today's discussions, type away. Because there will definitely be some talking points. Or if anyone else wants to bring up any other business. I don't know. Be my guest. Alright, half pot, don't mind if I do. Right. Do. I should probably be looking for more weapons, but love farming metal here. Great spot. Okay, we are already set to go. Pretty sure someone landed near me. Where are they? Unless they didn't. I just got this place to myself. Firefox. I think it will be like how it was in Fortnite Remix Prelude, 0 build and build, no special mode. Oh, is that how it was in Remix? I can't really remember. Recall. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, we are good to go. Let me just farm like 300 metal and we're off. We will be off. Firefox, how's it going, by the way? Okay, nah, you know what? Forget about it. Can't be there all day. Anything in here? No. I swear the farming rates of these containers were so much better back in the day. Gold Scar. It's going well. Just excited to see the event for the first time. Same. Do. I'm going to be seeing it for a second. Okay, flexing. Imagine if Fortnite, for the fun of it, turns off, doesn't turn off, you know, make everyone invulnerable or vulnerable. Sorry, you wanted OG? This is OG. Okay, a portal fort over there. Although I did hear someone over here, so could go this way. Okay, maybe not, man. Maybe not. Okay, fine. Okay, it was retail then. It was retail. Well, no, these two seem tasty, but let's get involved nonetheless. Let's see if we can just... Okay, bro's just built a portal fort. Fair. So that either tells me one of two things. This is either just being very OG or he's actually run out of builds, and that was the plan. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I'm not running a raid chat. I'm just going to use this rift. That's always here, just to jump on top of them. This could go very well or go very wrong. I'm already too low. Damn it. Damn. What? Damn it, man. Oh, I forgot about that. Bro did not understand quite where he was going there. Marco, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Okay, I've just survived a deadly fight, and now I'm in trouble again. Well, no, this is giving me bot here, but you never know. Okay, we're good, chat, we're good. Is there any traps in it? No, okay. Okay, we're taking the minis, and we're good. Alright. How's it going, Marco? Yeah, so tomorrow we definitely be streaming the event, guys. Definitely be talking about it afterwards. It's definitely a video potential, of course. Oh my god, I did not mean to man over. Did you just break my, like, brick wall in, like, one shot? What was going on there? Why was he so aggressive for a bot? Freaked me out. See, if bots were programmed like that, we wouldn't have a problem. Okay, there were some bandages there. I didn't see them. I didn't see. Bot movement, Jay. Okie dokie. I feel like Fortnite should have added NPCs for OG, especially for like government bases, and have like patrols, which obviously weren't a thing in Chapter 1. That would be a nice touch, but maybe that's just me. Don't know what you guys think. Oh, imagine all the bases. We call them government for now. It's like we've never heard of the Imagine Order at this point. Imagine Order who? Nah, government. I am trash at this game. Oh! Okay, that was a mistake. Oh, I'm dead. God, you enjoy fun. Wait, what? Oh my god, I should have died now. Woo! Oh, that's what that was. Oh, I missed a shot. He should have hit me now. Definitely with him having a blue pump. Oh no. Did unfortunately get no heals out of that fight. There might have been, but I didn't really know how much the storm was ticking for now. I kind of started panicking, so. Well, we've got apples. No, do these give heals? No, eating AM, cracking AM rocks in your hands does not give you heals. I was thinking, so for OG, I can't even remember what I revolved it around, but when we had the time machine at Pleasant Park, I treated the lore as if I didn't know anything past that season. And it was meant to be season 5. So I remember doing a video, and some people thought I was being serious and said, "Oh, don't you know about the lore?" I went, "Well, no, I'm talking as if I don't know about the lore." So I think, oh, is it anything to do with the government? God, this is difficult. I was going to do that this season for like OG, so try and like jokingly. Oh my god! I wonder what's going to happen with the rocket. Is it going to? Oh damn! What was it, man? It did really well at the time. It was basically talking as if the time machine was the first thing we've ever seen in a story, apart from the rocket. So I was like, oh, that was it. So I was like, oh, has it got anything to do with this visitor that visited us last time? Is it him? Is he like an evil guy coming to take us over? Because obviously that was the idea at the time with the visitor. Before obviously we knew about the whole was at 7 as well. So I was like taking it from the perspective I didn't know about it. And it did pretty well. So I was like thinking, should I do that again? But I didn't. I haven't done it. Completely forgot, really. But I did pretty well, so I might still do it. Honestly, there's too much spread on that gold burst. I just prefer an angle to having the AR. Saying that, I miss every single shot. And that's exactly my point. I keep with this AR apart from the gold burst. That has a weird spread. Oh no, gold scar on the other hand. We take. Was there no heals there? there's a porter bunker. I guess we take that now in case things get a little... Oh, wait, we've still got a shotgun here. Don't need that. You know what? Take the hunting rifle and the sniper. Oh, that's the first time I've heard the emergency sirens blaring out. So, I did hear someone saying about that. Brian, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. It does it every hour? Oh, fair. Yeah, we played a few hours. Maybe I wasn't in game on the hour, I suppose. Oh yeah, it is 9 PM. Yeah. Deep, deep. Come on, I know chat's expecting me to hit a 6 snipe, and that's what I'm going to give you guys. Just oh, fight. Here we go. Here we go. But I got to be careful and engage in a fight where I got no heals. I'm going to have to make swift action of it. Damn it! Oh, there's got to be someone else walking around. Really? Oh, well, maybe I'm just trash at the game, guys. This player's playing like it's just chapter 1. Bark stop, final circle. That was very smart of him to shoot while on the move. Kind of made me double take. So there's 3 left. There is actually one more. We've got to be careful that we don't grab the attention of the third guy and he hits me from somewhere. I need to know where this third guy is before I make any swift actions. Ah, you know what? Forget this. Damn it. What? Oh, hello. Okay, this guy's cooked me. Okay, well. Sweet! Hi, welcome to the stream. Love your lore videos. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Oh, that was a rip indeed, chat. Right, okay. Right, where is today's subject matters? So I'm on my page, look up likes. So so chat, I saw a very interesting tweet today, and I've talked about this subject a lot on the channel, and it is indeed bots, but this was the original tweet back in the day, I suppose. Hypex, Fortnite is adding bots. 23rd of September 2019. Bots in the next season, in the next season we are adding bots to Fortnite. They will behave similarly to normal players and will help provide a better path for players to grow in skill. Bots will work in conjunction with a new matchmaking system And as your skill improves, you face fewer bots. Bots will not be present in competitive playlists. This is another system that will continue to update and iterates. Okay, well, there's a lot to unpack there, guys. Interesting tweet to come across, because where we are now in terms of Fortnite, in terms of what people talk about, especially in terms of Fortnite being a quite heavy bot-ridden game, even though it's a PvP game, a player versus player game, and for the most part, to be fair, it has improved. OG has definitely improved over the last few weeks. It does feel like there's a lot more real players. I feel like everyone we about ran into that game was a real player, the last game we played. But there is issues with the game being quite bot-heavy. But yeah, there's some things saying they will behave similarly to normal players and will help provide a better path for players to grow in skill. I would say the complete opposite. I will always argue the complete opposite from that narrative. Now, you get too comfortable with bots. It's fine if the system is like, okay, you're a new player. Here's a bot. Here's 90% bots in your game. Oh, you're getting slightly better. Okay, you got a few wins. Here's 80, then 70, and it continues to drop down. But that never seems to be the case. Like, I'm a player. I've been playing this game 7 years, consistently since Chapter 1, Season 6. I've played almost every season. I have actually played every season, quite a lot. So I feel like a player of my standards should not be coming against bots. I would, in my opinion, I think there should be no skill-based matchmaking, and you should face whoever you come across. I believe that is a true beauty of a PvE battle royale. I know some people will be against, definitely no skill-based matchmaking. I think it's somewhat beautiful. You can come across a player who's terrible, don't know what they're doing, looking up, looking down. We've all been there, and we've all had to, definitely in terms of a Chapter 1 new player, you've had to play against real players. People that will completely crank on you, people that will utterly destroy you within seconds, and you'll be like, oh damn, I better play another game. And then we got better, we improved. Obviously, some people will put that down to the implementation of Fortnite Creative. Fortnite Creative was a big addition to Fortnite that probably enlarged the skill gap, rightly or wrongly. But still to this day, I think new players should be put in a bot lobby, yes, and then grow out of it. Let's not make bots a pacifier. And, get too reliant on bots. Like, if you've been playing the game for a year and you're a new player and you're still getting bots, it's just like, I've had people comment on my channel as well when I talk about bots and say, oh yeah, I've been playing this game for quite a while now. It's almost like 6 months to a year and I'm still getting bots and I want to improve. I don't want these bots anymore. And that's probably not their skill-based matchmaking. That's just a game in general, because even as a player who's been playing 7 years, I still get bots. Can I play with you, please? We may open the lobby a little later. But at the moment, we've got just a few talking points to talk through, which may or may not be turned into a full video. But it's just funny when you see tweets like this. Fortnite is adding bots, and where we are now with the game. As I said, I think OG has improved. For me, there doesn't seem to be a lot more bots. There doesn't seem to be as many bots, and there seem to be every player I seem to be running into seems to be a real player, unless I'm just happen to be running into those real players. I feel like it's a good argument for when OG has real players. This is a good argument that maybe more limited mobility in the main BR is helpful. That's what I was saying in my other video about mobility. I feel like cars and superhero mythics and all sorts, they're good and they're fun to have mobility, but I feel like you could almost, instead of want to go and find players and be aggressive, you could actually naturally sort of miss players in this. If everyone's walking and sprint running and the drop is equal amongst the map, I feel like you should naturally run into players, and I feel like that's when Fortnite plays the best. Definitely, I'm enjoying OG more now because I seem to be running into real players, and there's very limited mobility. You've got the shockwaves, or the other thing, I can't remember the name for the other thing, impulse grenades, which you can still use in movement if you're very careful and don't eliminate yourself. Obviously, the addition to zip lines is kind of all right, even for builds. Just standard rifts we have in game, like that's the right amount of mobility to move around the map. So I think there's still a topic of conversation to have about mobility being a little too heavy in the main BR. And maybe for upcoming seasons, of course, maybe not next season because it's a bug theme season and bugs fly and they jump and they hop and they skip. So I think movement's going to be kind of crazy next season. So that's fine. But definitely for later seasons, we should probably think about a little less mobility is probably better. Less is more. At least for a season. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. See, it's interesting. I'm trying to see if there's no crazy tweets here. It's kind of cool looking back at the tweets that people were saying in 2019. I'm a fan. I'm pretty good at the game, but I like it because it really helps people who would be trying to get better. Newer players wouldn't be running to sweats and build gods. And as I've already said in the video, that's pretty cool for Fortnite to have bots, to have a door for new players who don't have this crazy ability yet and to grow into that player. And that's probably what it should be used for, but unfortunately that's just not what's happening or whatever has happened. A new player comes in, they get bots. A player who's been playing 6 months get crazy amount of bots. A player who's been playing 7 years get a crazy amount of bots. That just isn't happening. If that was the intention, which if you read the tweet, I think that it is the intention. Yeah, as your skill improves, you face fewer bots. That's to point out as a crazy thing, as where Fortnite has been for the last few years. As your skill improves, you face fewer bots. That's crazy, man. Crazy. I mean, someone actually said, imagine dying to an actual bot. We've all done that. We've all done that, unfortunately. And again, and there's another player literally reaffirming that. It's really hard being a new player in Fortnite these days, as hopefully this will help close the skill gap. And for that, it's right. I'm not saying they shouldn't not completely be bots in the game, but if you have been playing this game for a number of years at least, I feel like you should be playing what is intended as a PvP game. But that might just be me, guys. For new players. Yeah, that seems to be what everyone's talking about here. Everyone back in 2019 was very optimistic. For new players with 0 wins mixed with real players, it seems like a great addition. Skill gap is way too big for newer players, and this can help get them better at a game. God, what the intention for bots or what even the community saw bots as is it's really crazy to how we have been absolutely pounded with this thought process of bots is needed in the game to be able to get wins, because otherwise you wouldn't. Even in this game, even if you're against a better player than you, there's still ways to win. There's still ways to win. Pro Zero, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Oh, looking green as well. I think there's more snow gifted you a member, so that's cool. You can get emojis. You got emojis as well to use. Oh, 2019, a different time. It's only for really low matchmaking. Don't know why everyone's freaking out. Most games probably won't have them. Fast forward 6 years, every single... I mean, as I say, OG has improved with bots. I feel like I'm running into more real players as a game we just played. But it's just funny. It's just so funny to see the thought process of what people were saying. So, mostly from what we've seen, that most people were very positive about the outlook of bots being for new players and being essential for new players to learn. And then, as Fortnite said in the original thing as well, as your skill improves, you'll face fewer bots. It's just cool looking. It's like a time capsule, this is. It's like looking at the community being happy about bots. I mean, people are still happy about bots, but I feel like they're very much now using it as a pacifier. Like, oh my god, if I don't have bots, I'm not going to be able to get my wins. I'm not going to be able to feed my crown wins. Like, even this tweet's kind of mad. This one here, I'm trying to get it where it's not on screen. This one here, wait into like an actual match. So okay, he's kind of wait into like an okay. I feel like he's meant to say wait into an actual match. Bots? That's crazy, man. I don't really mind about bots. I understand. I don't mind bots if they're used correctly. I feel like it did get to a point in some modes where I feel like it was pretty much ruining the game. Although there's a lot of people speculating here. Tinfoil hat moment saying, no, there's bots already in the game. There's been bots in games for years. What do you mean? Is there any other points here? I feel like that's pretty much a lot of meat for a video, what we've already done, but I'm just like... Okay, see, another interesting tweet here. Yomo, see, we... laughing my ass off. See, we knew they had bots in the game, because there was obviously a large conspiracy at the time that bots were already in the game. This is just confirming that skill-based matchmaking and bots will 100% be a thing. But I would still say I think Fortnite plays its best with no skill-based matchmaking and limiting bots in the game. Maybe even no bots, I would say. I feel like it plays better. Think of... Because what happened when bots came in the game, literally a whole genre on YouTube died. It would be like streamer playing with viewer. Like, you don't see them a lot anymore because, okay, there's two reasons for that. There's a few reasons for that. One would be they're just idiots and they swear and it's just, they're rude, obnoxious, and it isn't content. But obviously, skill-based matchmaking plus bots, you don't really get people with mics and stuff like that. But that might just be the type of gaming we're in at the moment. People just don't have mics. People don't want to talk to people they don't really know, which is obviously fair enough. That's completely fair. But yeah, then sort of this doesn't really drive that way anymore. But I miss them sort of videos, man. I don't feel like anyone does them videos anymore. You know, that used to, damn, you know, coming across a kid who just randomly plays a guitar, and that was like PKs, and that's one of his most performing videos. It's kind of cool to see kids and stuff engage with like their favorite streamer, but I mean, the amount of bots you have in game now, and it's kind of ruined that sort of genre of content creation, I suppose. Fortnite, we need to talk about that. But anyway, guys, yes, Fortnite is adding bots. A post from 2019, and it's been a cool look into a different time in Fortnite where, for the majority of the posts, for the majority of the replies to this tweet, most people were looking very forward for the addition of bots to help new players learn the game. And as it says here, and as your skill improves, you face fewer bots. Obviously, as we know, where we are now, with hindsight, that probably wasn't the case. And it even says competitive playlist as well, and we know there's bots occasionally in competitive playlists. So hopefully they I realise for this whole video I'm gonna have to, when I make this video, I'm gonna have to blur out the you know what, never mind, we'll do it. But hopefully bots can go back to helping new players grow at the game, and maybe for players who are coming back to the game and their account can show up, oh, and I haven't played the game in 6 months, let's ease them back into Fortnite, give them bots. That's fine. That's the way they should be used. I close my case. I rest my case. Comment down below what you think of this, and like the video, subscribe if you did enjoy it. And until next time, it's been your boy, mrjayowhy. It's next time. Bye bye. Video 1 done. I hope they don't change season 7 or season 8. Both really good OG seasons with winter map section. If you're going on about my theory that Fortnite OG is going to change because the events are going to change, I think the changes will be very minimal and they will only affect possibly events and other things. I don't think there'd be massive changes. I think if they ever do Chapter 1 again, then it should be a what-if scenario. But this should probably be like keeping it close and just making changes around the events. And you can still make the same narrative pretty much. Like you can, for example, the final showdown event, you can completely change who was the monster in that event. I don't know what you would, but as an example, you can change that instead of singularity statue being a sword. Spoilers, guys. Spoilers. You can have it where the like a different POI would have had the statue. Like little subtle changes. I would say that'd be a subtle, but they won't completely change like POIs and biomes and stuff like that. And Polar Peak will still kind of be there, even if a bit falls off the ice moon. Maybe it can be different, but at least this first time around it'd be subtle. Oh my gosh, I finally got into a stream. Won't be here for long. No, that's fine, man. That's fine. That's a stream. Right, so I think that's one video done and dusted. Chat, I think it's 18 likes. So what was the next thing I wanted to talk about? Simpsons? No. Okay, yes, okay. That's what I wanted to talk about. So, should I do this in-game? I don't know. Is that meant to be Groot? What the hell is that? Brain rot evolution. Brain rot evolution, and talking about brain rot and creative maps in general, obviously there's big money to be had in these maps. They make a ton of money. If you're having a few thousand players on your map, you're probably making, consistently as well, you're probably making good money. Like there's millions to be made in these maps. Whether you're doing box fight PvP, you're doing some brain rot sort of, what do they call them games? Tycoon type games. You're doing, can it like be normal, like the top one, a fashion show, or guess the logo. There's so much you can do with these maps, and there's so much money to be made in these modes. And obviously there's one map to talk about today, which has confirmed, it has been rumoured for the last few days, but the pit, is this the right pit? This might not be the right pit. Wait, which one's the pit? Which one's, wait, damn it! Which one's a pit? Which one's a pit? Okay, what? Alright. Stop there a moment, chat. Stop for 1 minute. Oh, it must be. It has the most players on it. I'm pretty sure that is it. Are they not down as Gearsy anymore? I presume they might have rebranded the map. I presume. Okay, so damn it, man. Fortnite player count. What's that, Matt? Oh, okay, Fortnite GG. That's it. Oh, so they have rebranded. They're just called a Pitland within game. Yo, player! Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Okay, interesting. Okay. Okay, we might have to restart that one. My bad. That's what happens when you try to record a video live. So there is a hideous amount of money to be earned playing Fortnite creative maps. Loads of money, whether you do box fights, mystery hunts, murder mysteries, brain rots, tycoon type games, 1v1, battle royales. But one of the biggest map creators, or one of the biggest maps in Fortnite, wrongly or rightly, because some people may have a lot to say about this map for obvious reasons, the Pit, or the Pit Land, as it's now called, and not Team Gearsy. A few months back, I think it was confirmed that they had accepted investment from Gaijin Entertainment, investing Gearsy's The Pit in Fortnite. Entertainment is making a strategic investment into The Pit, one of the most popular creator-made islands in Fortnite, part with renowned Fortnite creator Gearsy. Obviously, we've mentioned Gearsy on the channel recently because of Cypher PK getting into trouble with him, or not him personally, but a team he used, or a team that created a map for him, using a somewhat of a dubious sort of scenario to get people to favourite their maps. And Gearsy did do the same. So we have talked about Gearsy on the channel recently, but so this was announced a few months back. The Pit has been an incredible journey, and I'm excited to partner with Gaijin to take it into the next level. But what has happened, and this was somewhat rumoured, I suppose, but I've now lost the tweet. Here we go. The Pit has officially been sold to Gaijin Entertainment, and if you recognise the name, they have created. Oh my god, I've now forgotten what game they created. World of Tanks, World of War Thunder. I'm sure you've probably heard of a YouTuber try and plug their game in sponsorship deals, but the Pit has been sold for quite a bit of money, I suppose. Proud to announce the completion of this deal. The Pit has been an incredible journey, and I want to thank everyone who has played or supported the game. You have made this possible. And then Fortnite user creator map. The Pit has been sold in a multi-million-dollar deal. Gearsy sold the map to Gaijin Entertainment, the studio behind the War Thunder. So a Fortnite creator map has been sold. And a very simple one, some might say, The Pit. And obviously, The Pit has had a load of other things, and then just the one we talked about with having, if you went up to something and interacted with it, it would actually make you favourite the map, essentially, and it was not a very good tactic, and Fortnite wasn't very happy with it. And then we've also got The Pit trying to copyright certain things, and you can't really copyright The Pit. But what you can do is sell it for millions, apparently. There's one thing you can do with The Pit. Okay, so other side. Precisely. Can we zoom this in anymore? Precisely how much Gaijin Entertainment paid for the pit is unknown. The publisher only hinted at the price tag of the extra edition in the press release, stating that it was a multi-million-dollar deal. Still, that means the War Thunder publisher spent at least $2 million. I mean, at least $2 million. That makes sense. Multi-million. So there's multi-millions. Crazy. And likely much more than that on the user-made Fortnite map. I would say it's probably a lot more than that. Like, let's look how much this map is possibly making a day. And they've already got in there quickly, because if you go to the site and go onto Twitter, it will actually, instead of taking you to Team Gearsy, it will take you to Gaijin Entertainment already. So, are they still working on it, or and they sold the map and turned it over to? I guess they've turned it over to the Pitland, because obviously that's why they've rebranded as the Pitland. And they, I wonder what their involvement's going to be in the future, Team Gearsy. I wonder, it might say it somewhere along further in the video. Pancakes, hello. So yeah, they're making, okay, this is hourly. So they're making between $227 to $800 per hour. Per hour. Definitely this map, the pit. And if it's all the pit media, including, so this is only one of the pit's map, because obviously you have the other maps are not getting as much play, but sometimes they do compete. Like the Pit Zero build sometimes gets into the thousands as well, and 600 current players is still pretty good. And obviously this season of Pit Heroes was doing some alright stuff at one point. Because of this, it's been out for ages, but I mean, it did. I'm sure I saw this in my feed getting a few thousand players at one point, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe that was another pit map. But yeah, this is making anywhere between 4 and 15 grand a day. So they definitely, and that's pretty low output as well. So honestly, this is probably their most successful game. I don't know how much money they make from War of Thunder or anything related to that, but this is probably bringing in the most money. So I would probably say 10 million. I would probably say 10 million. And hello again, Pancakes. I would probably say 10 million. Because, yeah, and they sold the pit for any less than 2 million. They've been scammed. Definitely making 15 grand a day. I don't know. The overheads can't be that high. I mean, you must have a team of devs on constant, which I guess will be anywhere a year under 100k. I guess you're paying a dev probably even less than that, just to make sure that bogs don't work. But there's never any major updates. So essentially, it's free real estate. So they definitely must have sold it for more than 5, probably less than 15 million. Because definitely when the map a year is making, I'm sure it made like 10 million last year, did it not? How do I get a year? Yeah, 2.8 million to 10.6 million, and all time it's made 27 million. And when's that from? 2023. So yeah, oh my god, it's so much. It's probably over 10 million. And like, if it's any less than that, I think Gearsy has actually been ripped off. Am I bugging? I'm not wrong, am I? Because if you think of any other company that sells for that sort of money, there's a lot of overheads to take in account. I don't know if they work from essentially home. I don't know how they have offices. I don't know how their business is structured. But for the pit, essentially, come on. I hate to be that guy, but there can't be a lot of overheads. Fly, how's it going? There can't be a lot of overheads. Anyway, yeah. If you don't know, chat, the pit has been sold to the same people that make War Thunder or War of Thunder in a multi-million-dollar deal or multi-million-pound deal. So yeah, one of the biggest maps being sold, and it won't take long for more people to get involved in, like bigger studios, for example, to get involved in Fortnite. I don't know the amount of bigger studios now actually on the game that actually have prior experiences making actual, other games and just like Fortnite creative games, for example. But it won't be long. The first of many, probably. I'm sure there's probably been a map that's been sold before. I'm sure this can't be the first one. I'm not recalling anything in my head. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can. I know there's been like talk of like investments and people investing into. Yeah, I know there's been talk of investors and other sort of big game companies investing into studios that operate in Fortnite, which is similar to the deal before with Jijin and the Gearsy. But obviously this is different. They've actually been bought out now. Okay, it might actually be one of the first cases. Okay, so if I read a bit further along, I'm an idiot. Okay, so... Okay, let's see what's happening. Okay. So I've done some searching here. I'm an idiot. Thrilled to see the pit enter a new phase on the Jin Entertainment. Now, expertise in online gaming and commitment to innovation make them the perfect team to take the pit to the next level, said Gear. The map will transition to Gajen's new studios over a 2-month period. After that, Endo Worlds will fully operate it. Precisely how much is paid for the price is unknown. Any other incidents of the word Endo? There was somewhere else, I'm pretty sure. On July 23rd, as reported by GamesBeat, Entertainment put out press announcing the deal has created a new studio, Endo Worlds, to maintain further development of the pit. And the statement includes the press release. The pit's creator, Gavin Gear, said he was thrilled to see the pit enter a new phase under the entertainment management, whatever. So that's the pit. That's the pit being sold. And yeah, possibly the first of many. Possibly the first of many. Do you think they're going to update the pit? Why wouldn't they need to update the pit? We were just talking about that. It's just pure profit. For the most part. Like, it's not like they have to go through massive changes in terms of the world around it. It's not like it's a battle royale that needs to constantly change POIs and stuff like that. It's the pit. It just needs to be a pit and some weapons. Every time there's a new update and the weapons get added, just add the weapons to the weapon selection thing. And there you go. So what, 2 or 3 devs at 50 to 100 grand a year, just going through, and then probably not even that. Like, maybe I'm speaking wrongly here, but I just, for that map alone, I just don't think the overheads will be crazy high. Like it's making 15k a day. It's making 10 million pound a year, and altogether, it's possibly made over 27 million pound over its life. Honestly, it must just be pure profits. And, they are talking about a multi-million-dollar deal. I reckon it must be probably into the tens of millions. Because, that is 15k that you're getting a day. So I need to be compensated. I need to be compensated if I'm selling my company. I'd be looking for 10 million if I was selling the pit. But anyway, guys, that's the pit being sold. Tell me in the comments section what you think about that. And until next time, it has been your boy, mrjayowhy. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye-bye. That was a really bad outro. Anyway, that's another video done. That's how we do it. Boom. I might have to re-record some bits because I did yap a bit and did get a few things wrong. But then there's definitely a video in that chat. No, I'm not going to fly. I'm not going. That was just a video. That was a video outro. That's just a video. That's false alarm. False alarm. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. We're just recording videos at the moment. So we did one about... What was the first one we did? Oh, I saw a tweet from Hypex come back up about bots being implemented back in 2019. It was a funny tweet. It had how people thought bots would be implemented and how they were used eventually. It was kind of a funny thing. But no, I'm not going. I'm not going. That was a false alarm. False alarm. Yeah, maybe I should record my outros off stream so it doesn't seem like I'm going every time. My bad. So, other tweets I've favoured. Okay, so there's that video. Yeah, because I felt confused when the first chapter 2 came out and started to do bots everywhere across the island. Yeah, that was a thing that... Well, if it's September, when did chapter 2 end? When did chapter 1 end? October 13th, wasn't it? If I can remember that date, that's kind of sad. October 15th, October 13th, I think we're downtime. Damn. Please, someone say I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong. Don't say I'm right, because that'd be wrong. That'd be sad. That'd be sad. Well, no. Before we do our next video, I'm gonna quickly go for the next break. So if I end up doing an outro again, just be prepared that it's probably not the outro. I'll leave you with some music. No, I'm not gonna just leave you. I almost left you in silence then. Play both sides. Actually ended December? No. Pretty sure it was October. I'll have to look. For end event. Oh. October 13th, 2019. I was right then. That's a bit sad. Right. You think the rocket is going to rift onto the Chapter 6 map? Not sure. And didn't they begin though at the same time this season? Oh, at least the this 2 pass did. I'm not sure about the music pass. Oh, yeah, good pass. Yeah, maybe. But obviously, because Expeditions is going to change. Expeditions is going to be whatever. So at the moment, it's called Expedition Super. But it's going to, I don't know, Expedition Bugged or something. I wonder if Hope sprays a rocket. Well, that's the theory, isn't it? Everything is in everything. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we've recorded 2 videos this stream, pretty good videos actually. So the Hypex tweet one and the pit being sold for millions and millions of dollars and making Gearsy a whole lot of money. So GG's him, I suppose. My front door just went. I don't think there's anyone out. Hello? What? Am I being robbed? Oh, no, I think we're good. Chat, those are 26 likes. Right. Now, the 3rd video that I was going to do, I still don't know what to say about it because I feel like I've said most of this in my other video about YouTube. But, okay. Pro Zero is loving his emotes. Good to see. Good thing she is because Light Rider needed to absolutely be humbled. Wait, what? Morgan Mist is the leader of the Supernovas. I need to go. Yeah, no worries, Fly. Appreciate you popping by. So, Cypher PK tweeted this. How it feels making Fortnite content lately. How it feels making Fortnite content lately. Apparently, it's an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle, apparently, chat, at the moment, Fortnite content. So let's dive deep into this tweet. If anyone got anything to say, please let me know. Because I feel like this will be a subject that you lot can get involved with and how you see Fortnite content. Because you are, at the end of the day, I feel like most of your viewers, obviously some of you might have your own YouTube channels. But it'd be interesting to hear this from content creators' standpoint and indeed, I guess, the viewers. Unfortunately, I had to save that as an image because I couldn't bookmark it or like it because I'm obviously banned from commenting on PK stuff. So resub. No, let me turn off the music because when you try and edit videos, when you got music already playing in the background, it's like the most. It's an L. It's a fat L, biggest L ever. So, Resub says, swimming in 10s of 10s. Interesting. Obviously, sorry for the constant screen switching chat, but obviously I am going through Twitter, so... I feel like I need to look at things first. Destiny... Feeling blessed to get 4 out of 10s. Struggling out here. And my current state in terms of my channel is obviously we all know the prior 4 months before the last month We were in an absolute slope. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, now it says slope. I don't. We were in an absolute slope. No, that's not right. Okay, now I've said it. I can't think of the word that I was actually going to say. We were in an absolute. Anyway, the channel was doing bad, wasn't it? On the mrjayowhy channel, we were not getting many viewers. I mean, Thunder, who does Fortnite lore content as well, I was actually on his channel. I think he's got 22,100 subscribers now, the same as me. And if you look back 6 months, he was on 9k and I was on 19k. So the channel hit a really hard patch for a while, but we've gotten out of it. So, look, there's been times before, and the stupid younger version of me would probably blame Fortnite. I would probably go, damn, Fortnite, why aren't you giving me content to create? Why am I having to think of videos on my own? Why is it so hard to do this? Which is kind of funny coming from these big content creators, because I feel like the most times they give advice, they will end up telling you something like that. Like, oh, guys, keep persevering. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, don't. You know, it's nothing to do with the game. It's your content. Your content's not this. Your content's not that. But when it turns out that it's the top creators struggling, there could be an argument that if the top creators are struggling in the Fortnite space, maybe we should be looking at Fortnite. But they've given us a great season in Super. They've given us a fantastic season. They've given us amount of content. But I think if you've been doing video A, weapon type B videos for the last 7 years, do people want that stuff anymore? Okay, let's get some questions here. Dabo says, Cypher probably posting that because of how good the average player is now. I never win a game. No, he's definitely talking about content. Unless he is saying that making Fortnite content is hard for the reason that the game isn't really giving him enough content to get the views, or maybe the game is hard and it's hard to make that content. So you may actually have a point there. I didn't really consider it from that point of view. That the content is more difficult, the players are harder. Back in chapter 1, it would have been like, oh, here's a 19 kill game. Here's me using the new double pistols. Great stuff. And that's a video that will get 6 million views. Should a video that was about a specific weapon and should ever get 6 million views? Probably not, but it did in them days. Matt Shadow actually mentioned something quite funny about Lachlan, because Lachlan tweeted a similar thing, which was why I made the last video. Now, you know, one more 10 out of 10 and I'm going to switch to Roblox. And how's that going for you, Lachlan? Okay, no hate. I'm just talking. I'm yapping. I'm an idiot sometimes. Okay, but it's Grows Garden Bingo 96k. And I still think I said in that video, I think there is a massive problem, and he is trying it here as well. I feel like there's a problem with majority of the Fortnite content. You can't push your videos over 15 minutes, which he seems to have done. He's pushed his videos over 15 minutes, which obviously gets a higher TV audience, which I think is very important in YouTube at the moment. YouTube are looking for more watch time, which means they're pushing TV audiences. So at the moment, you know, my videos are now longer, which has actually... Let's just have a look at my analytics, and is it in audience? So, I don't really care if I leak my revenue here, but am I leaking anything else if I show this? Not subscribe, age and gender, top geographies. No, not really. So, if you go to my analytics, This is my video watch time in the last 28 days. Watch time, not views, by the way. So the views could be completely different. Mobile views could be higher. But in terms of watch time, TV takes 45% of my share. Mobile phones take 32, computer takes 13, and people on tablet, hello to my tablet viewers, I hope you're doing well, on 8.1% of viewer. There could be one tablet viewer who's watching 20 million hours of my content. You never know. This is watch time. I'm sure that's not the case. But with YouTube pushing more content, like wanting TV viewers because they watch more. Like, you are much more likely to watch more content if you're sitting down watching TV than if you're sitting on a mobile phone. Because I've got premium YouTube, which is the best thing I've ever done, you can like close the screen and make it smaller. Great, fantastic. And you can do on Twitter, I usually write scripts when I'm watching someone else, and it's a great thing, great addition. But yeah, if I can have something on TV, I can then just be on my phone without having to do that. And that's why watch time is important, and that's why I think making longer videos as well is also important, because you will push that TV audience that watch so much more content, and it seems like the rest. And if YouTube sees these analytics and seeing that the TV audience is pushing more, and then you've got what do you call it? I forgot his name. Cypher PK. Oh my god, I forgot his name. Cypher PK. And I feel like he's making longer videos now. But you do get to the case where, you do see it. 23-minute videos, 1.5 million views. This is 5 days, so we need to give that a few days first. Can I beat Fortnite's youngest pro player? 15-minute video, did pretty well. 20-minute video, 9-minute video, but it's Lego video, so that could also impact the views. 299,000 viewers. But I do think Mass Shadow has unfortunately hit the nail on the head. I think the content on Fortnite isn't that interesting anymore. And I think Battle Royale is very limiting for content. I unfortunately think it is, because Fortnite is king. Fortnite is king. Minecraft, you are king. Not Mojang or Java. Like, okay, it gets to a certain point that they need to maybe add a new freaking biome or a cave update. But for the most part, it's you. You can create the content. You can get your friends. You can do this. You can do this world. You can do 100 days. You can do 1,000 days, survival, hardcore. You don't even have to face the Ender Dragon in Minecraft. You can build. You can do this. There's so much more. And Minecraft is a world that allows you to do that, which is similar, I guess, to Fortnite. Fortnite is also a world that allows you to make, but obviously it's very limited in terms of content like that and sandbox and how sandbox Minecraft is and what you can do with it. But I feel like the general, here's a weapon, here's this, it's hard. I think like content creators have to probably put the money in their pockets, unfortunately, like Cypher's actually doing. It was something I brought up in that video. I said, I feel like, because the senses of Lachlan's tweet was, one more 10 out of 10, I start doing Roblox. It's like, yeah, but if you're a Roblox creator, some people just make maps. Some people just play the same map. And that would be like a Fortnite content creator just playing the pit. Oh my god, the pit has released this new crazy weapon, and it's a rainbow laser gun, and it's custom made. So it'd be interesting if the new dev team, what are they called? Damn it, I've forgotten. But it'd be interesting if they if custom weapons. I don't know how far. I've seen some custom weapons, but I don't know how prominent and easy they are at the moment. I feel like I did hear some conversation between map creators. I'm probably the wrong person to ask here, but that's a lot of Roblox. Like custom cars. If it's the car map, it'd be different things. I know a lot of Roblox content for someone who doesn't play Roblox. But talking about Cypher, I watched his hide and seek video because I was very intrigued with it, and I think this is someone he's obviously paid his team to do it, and it's a very
custom Fortnite
it's actually a pretty good video
map and invited 4 streamers to try to hunt me down.
But I feel like that's what you have to do. I feel like it was really cool with some of the secret rooms and some of the stuff he got. It was actually a very interesting watch, and it's got 1.5 million views, so he's reaped the rewards of spending money. I mean, this video would have probably cost a lot for someone to make the video, but I feel like that's what Fortnite creators have to do now. And that doesn't necessarily mean Fortnite is wrong for not giving you content in Battle Royale, and they've done enough. But maybe the viewer is very bored of watching that. Keep in mind, Cypher is saying he's struggling in Fortnite videos, the whole team behind him. I don't buy it. See, but as I was just saying, Pro Zero, good point to come in. But this is what I mean. In videos like this, he's obviously got his team to create this really well. If no one's watched the video, it's actually a good watch. And, I can say things constructively and thingy, even somewhat, when people say, I hate the season because of this. And Cypher PK's blocked me on Twitter because of stuff, my input and my opinion of the whole map incident a few weeks ago. That's fair enough. He obviously didn't like my opinion, but I can sit there and go when he does something correct and does something right. In this terms, this is probably the content that he should be facing. But it is harder content. I mean, for putting money down and getting someone in the map team to make the map, he's obviously going to have to put a few £1,000s. I don't know how. 1.5 million views, 23 minutes long. It's probably upper region of 20k. I don't know. He could tell me different. But obviously, he's going to probably have to pay 5k to 2k for someone to do this map and the amount of time. And I think it's an interesting watch. Probably not some people's content, but it was a good watch. And obviously, he's got free interest. I feel like the only problem with this video, when I watched it, I thought oh my god, not the premise, but the reward. So it was, if you manage to find me within an hour, you get to add an image, you get to change my PFP. I don't think that was enough. God, what am I trying to say? It wasn't the right. I feel like there needed to be more at stake, basically. But it was a very good video, and it's done very well. 1.5 million views. I mean, it's not, back in the day that probably would have got 15 million views, but there's a lot of competitors out there, and that's another thing I would say to this. I guess tweets. It's like when big streamers are facing problem, they want to point fingers at the game. Okay, they want to point fingers at the game. But I would argue, I think sometimes you have to look at your content, and if you are doing content where you're just making gunplay videos and it's the same sort of content we've been doing for the last 7 years as Fortnite space. Oh, this new gun in the game, let's do this. And yeah, Battle Royale is limited, and that's the issue with Battle Royale. No mid-season changes, the story isn't forefront. Also, there's a lot of miss potential on things. Missed potential. Sorry, it's because it's gone into 2 lines, and that was really hard to read. I get that, but I've literally banged out pretty decent storyline videos and storyline discussions, and I'm doing pretty well at the moment. I feel like you do have to do some of the work yourself. And gone are the days where, and I think they're doing better now because I'm not pushing the videos. Don't get me wrong. The videos I normally would do, I would actually shorten. I said that as a joke in that video. Normally I would shorten the video because I didn't want me yapping too much, but it seems like people like me yapping, so I've made the videos longer, and they're doing better because I'm now not taking stuff away from it. Because Mr. Beastification of videos, making them shorter and tighter and more, it seems to be gone. It seems to be like that. People want actually more input in your videos and more thing. So even though YouTube seems to be a place, and TikTok and shorts and quick videos, but there seems to be this bubbling beneath the surface where it seems like people do actually want to watch longer videos and a bit more context in it. No, I just think Allier's trash and he just gets pot lobbies. No, he's not doing anything dodgy. He's just trash at the game and he's just getting pot lobbies. No, don't attack my boy Allier. He's just trash. It's fine. But yeah, definitely in terms of what Cypher's saying here, like, I feel like hide and seek video, if he's using his team to create these maps and to create these experiences and to create the content, it's probably the way forward for Fortnite with UEFN. If content creators want to praise Roblox on the one hand, and they've literally got the... Okay, it is a bit limiting at the moment, I understand that. But definitely the more investment and the more time that is spent in UEFN, it can only help it. I would struggle if we're here in a year's time and Fortnite and UEFN is still limiting, then we've got to be asking questions of Epic Games at that point. And obviously they delayed having seasons in UEFN at the moment, but once that happens, I think this ball will start rolling and helping you. And it will start going downhill. So, yeah. Is that everything? I feel like that's a pretty tangible. Is there any conclusion points to that? I don't. This is. Reese Hub mentioned about he's getting 10 out of 10s, and I love Reese's Hub's content. Apart from when he said about the wrecked car thing, apart from that, that was a bit of a low blow. But I have to say, like, he's got to sort of be self-aware, no? Like, he makes amazing content and he must spend ages editing these videos and they're very interesting. But the mass appeal on some of these videos is unfortunately, like, I don't know, very limiting. Is it just me? But obviously, let's look at the outlier here. Where's the outlier? Fortnite Pro's strangest strategy. Like, that's intriguing. That's a click. That's 694,000 views. Get it. But I don't know who Ark is through not really knowing competitive. Probably a big player. My bad. But obviously that's going to be very limiting for popular appeal. And Peterbot beat the allegations his biggest video. And obviously at that point when he released it, everyone was like, cheater, cheater, cheater. And that's going to have mass appeal to people outside the competitive scene. Obviously, a lot of his content is going to be very competitive, precise. But I feel like the majority of the videos that kind of pop have mass appeal, and he's got to have somewhat of a sort of an incline, and that seems to be the case here. Like, this is very different content for him. Like, I watched this video, but it was like he was doing Speed 1 records, and I'm like, that's a bit adjacent from his content, so... I feel like, to be fair, this video should have probably done better. This bug abuser won the Fortnite tournament, only 281k views. I feel like that has mass...
bug abuser just won 12.
I feel like that has mass appeal. So... But I feel like some creators have to have some sort of, like... sort of self-awareness, and that when they do certain content, like, the mass appeal is obviously stronger or weaker. Because sometimes when I do a video, I'm not getting 100k views each video, but I am self-aware that certain content I do is going to have less and more mass appeal. And, you know, sometimes I do get thumbnail composition wrong. Like, the AI content, I struggled with a thumbnail for that. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. I feel like this probably could have done better. There must be some self-awareness from these creators, which seems to be limited in some of their discussions, but it is what it is. Anyway, guys, comment down below what you make of this. Again, this is a fake outro, so don't... let me know in the comments. Leave a like. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until next time, it's been my boy, mrjayowhy. Until next time, bye-bye. I don't know. That might be a video. That might not be a video. I don't know. The event in the UK, let me have a look. 20 hours from now. which is 8 o'clock. Cut indeed. I don't know actually. 7. No, it's 4 hours back from now, isn't it? 6? Okay, now what? Yeah, if it was 24 hours, it would be at 10. So it's 4 hours back from now, or 5 hours because it's 40. Sorry, no, it's 3 hours back from now. But yeah. Anyway, guys, consider using credit code mrjayowhy in a Fortnite item shop if you do buy anything in a Fortnite item shop. Credit code mrjayowhy. Thank you very much. Poor Australians have to wake up at 2 a.m. Ugh, yeah, there was one event recently where you had a good time. But yeah, most of the time, majority of the time, you do get the rough end of the stick. Bob Ross emote. Yeah, that's pretty good. I might have to buy that. Oh, damn. Something I wanted to add to that video. I feel a lot of people are forgetting about shorts. I feel like a lot of people forget about shorts. For everyone saying that this is the same thing we go through every year, the evidence not... for everyone saying that it's the same thing we go through every year, this is the evidence that it's not. Look at the top creators' views from last year and compare them to now. It's not just about player numbers in the game. This doesn't mean that Fortnite itself is dying or some of the videos won't perform well, but it does seem that even the largest creators' interest is on a downward trend. Well, just because their views are down? I don't get that assumption there. But I think if you look at their channel views, if you're looking at the videos, yeah, maybe you have some outliers and performers and big performers. But if you're looking at somewhere like Social Blade, I think you're going to get a bit of a skewed perception because shorts were banging back in 2023 and 2024. Shorts were banging. I don't think that's the point. Yeah, I don't know what he's. Yeah, what? Yeah, but yeah, if you look at somewhere like Social Blade, unless you can find me go back on Cypher's videos, yes, I think views will be down for each creator, but I feel like you could probably go through some middle ground creators and show their views are up. Like, you can argue my views are up. I think your views are up. Sios, PBJ. I know we are small creators and we're only 4 guys, but if you start then going around, I would argue that the views have been picked up by someone else. But yeah, if you look at Cypher PK's views, Cypher P? No, who's that guy? Cypher PK. And you go through Social Blade, and you go through... Okay, these are views 2024, 2023. Obviously, there's a large argument to have that when everyone started moving away, Cypher PK became big dog. But this is when shorts were banging. Banging. I don't think they're banging the save anymore. And if someone wants to provide me with evidence that isn't the case, but for 2003, 2004, arguably shorts would carry a lot of the creators. And I think that I remember that being a topic of conversation. Maybe I'm going mad, but I remember someone saying, yeah, God, without shorts, oh, well, my channel would look terrible. I remember someone specifically saying that. Maybe I'm bugging out, but I remember someone saying something along those lines. Yeah, see, this is like a month. And this is December 2023. You also have to argue that would have been an end event. An end event. It's the same when people bring up Fortnite numbers and they bring up for the weaker numbers and you see what am I meant to make of them numbers? There's so many little points that you're just missing out. You're always going to push your own narratives with things, and a lot of people do that. I probably sometimes do that. Oh yeah. Oh, guys, look at this. Really, it's you could okay end event. So arguably, he's got more of a consistent views in back end of September 2023 before the end event. Oh, sorry, what are we looking at here actually? Okay, I guess if you go back and his videos will probably be more, but I don't know. I mean, maybe the clicks formula has died. Maybe that's the point. The clicks formula doesn't work anymore. Yeah, but then we're looking back at Chapter 5, which apparently was trash. I love Chapter 5. I've got a video saying that I think projectile weapon... I really love the system. I know people in chat might disagree, but I loved it. I feel like I'm the only one who can probably argue Chapter 5 was a great chapter because I love the bullet drop. But I know I'm on the minority there. I know. I'm not going to make lie of it. But if you're arguing views were better in a chapter no one apparently liked, is a bit of a weird thing. I mean, oh, now we're back at Wilds. 900k, 1.2. I mean, he's got clicks in the video. 1.3. 11. Who's this? Who was he playing with here? So, good outlier. I mean, yeah, I mean, but this is one creator. Like, I don't know. There's no way of knowing if his views have been gobbled up by another creator, an up and coming one. You never know. Like, what are we saying here? And maybe they have moved to other games. Like, it doesn't mean. I don't think we should be. Basically, what I'm saying is I don't like the. I'm kind of against the tone of the tweet and what the tweet is trying to suggest. I think that's the bot of it. It's almost like Fortnite needs to do more. And maybe that's not the intention of the tweet, but that's how I'm reading it. I don't know. I mean, the views do look down, but it's one creator, so I don't know. I don't know. Chat, what are your favourite event? Does event? Are you talking about events or just like general events? Because the cubes going around the map in Chapter 2, Season 8 were crazy. And the actual event for the end event was pretty good, but would that be classed as an event? I would class that as a event, not the event, but it's an event. It's happening. Just like when people say Fortnite fell off from 40 million players on the day of the remix finale. Yeah. And people are like, oh, Fortnite numbers used to be higher when no numbers were ever taken. Like, they only started doing numbers in Chapter 3, didn't they? Or player counts in Chapter 3. Okay, probably the cubes rolling around the map in Chapter 2, Season 8. The cube watching days were crazy on this channel. We've fallen off. Fortnite's actually fallen off from there. yeah, fallen off, bro. I agree now. I've changed my whole stance. I've completely changed my stance. What if Fortnite make it so you can scan your face on Fortnite characters? So, yeah. I mean, they could do that with meta. Yeah, I actually see no reason why they can't do that. Is there a reason why they can't do that? Or no? That's a very big thing at the moment. I don't really know if I want to go into that subject. I feel like that's... I'm just going to see if anyone's going to refer what... don't say it in chat. Say what I'm referring to here, if you're from the UK. Because that's a big subject today about scanning faces. Remember when everyone said that BR was dead due to Reload and OG? I mean, I think it's Fortnite's objective to push audiences to other modes and make sure that UEFN will stay on top one day. I think if I'm Fortnite and I make UEFN and I'm all about the maps, the player base, and the metaverse, I would want one day a creator-made map to beat Epic Games, or one of the or have like individual maps in the top 10. I mean, watch time and play time might be difficult to get on top of Epic Games, but I mean, like, if you always had a consistent like player, like a creator made map in the top 5, I think that'd be crazy. I think that'd be a real success for Epic Games. So I think for them splitting the Epic Games player, because that's what you should think of it now. Not Fortnite players, Epic Games players. Because there's at least 35% of the player time is not playing Epic Games mode, it's playing creative maps. That's 35% of the player base currently not playing Fortnite for the whole year. Okay, maybe not for the whole year, but 35% of the time is spent playing away from Epic Games. So they're only shifting players between their own modes. I guess it pushes players to more creative modes. I don't think that's a bad thing. I get the UK reference. Yeah. Okay, I kind of get the argument about people saying about, I guess they're having to put their IDs. I get the argument, but at the same time, I think, how else would you prove that you're of age, that you should be going around with that? Because I don't think younger people should be finding content like that, and there's a way of stopping that by verification. And yes, that's fine, but I get the other argument of saying you're basically having to put your passport and stuff, which I kind of get. I think the only people complaining are the people that can't go on it anymore. Oh, well, never mind. Hey, rip. Can we have a rip in chat for them, guys? Thank you, Mr. Lion. I appreciate that. I mean, this is probably more of a Clark After Dark subject. But this is not me not being political, but this is not me trying to not talk about something political. It's just the subject is rather probably not appropriate to Fortnite. So I'm saying it in as vague as I can be, where you wouldn't understand it unless you understand it. UK is changing every day. Look, I don't see an issue with them doing that. I just think there's probably a better way without people having to give their IDs. I feel like they should, they need to make sure that people are safe online and are not finding content that they shouldn't be watching. I've got younger siblings. I don't think they should be able to find this stuff so easy. So age verification would be a good thing, but I can see why it would be a bad thing. Because, like, these sites do say they will immediately get rid of said identification they don't store. But is there any way of knowing that? I mean, in the US, there's a big data breach with some political app, and literally everyone knows locations, so that's crazy. I don't get it. Nobody I do mean nobody wants to share an ID or any website ever. I mean, we do. I mean, it was so one of them was Discord wanted now a verification, which you have to be 13 for it. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Or is it the 18 part for like the other? I don't know what that was about. But obviously the stuff you put on Discord, maybe then if you're contemplating that you don't want to give the website your ID, maybe I don't know, the stuff that I know some people put on Discord and how open people are Discord, maybe you need to reevaluate what you're doing on Discord. Cause like you must like say a lot of stuff in Discord, and you're like, that's where you're like, oh my god, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but it's like I don't know. It's like a double-edged sword. Oh, is it? I don't know. Like, I have a Discord group, and I would never really accept any friend requests. The other week, I had to like literally delete thousands. But yeah, I mean, there has to be some jurisdictions from these sites, and if it's age verification, isn't that wrong for them? Obviously, the whole ID thing is a separate issue, but what do you think they need to do? When is the event going to happen? In 20 hours. So I think, I'm trying to work that out, 8 or 7 o'clock my time, UK time, but it happens in 20 hours. The channel Random Games. So Mass Shadow, are you against the ID thing? Well, I mean, some sites you don't need an ID. You just need to do your face, and somehow they work out that if you're of age. Okay, yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. So what about that one? What about where you just the one that you? I think there's one where you just do your face, and they can somehow prove that you're of age by just looking at your face. Or with Discord, I think they're actually, because I did see some conversations between people on Twitter, and basically they should just be able to tell with your conversations that you're of age, which I feel like that's a bit, but I don't know. Still, okay, fair enough. Anyway, this is not a problem for you at the actually. There's some European ones, so maybe it might actually be a problem for you. But you know, as I said, I've got younger siblings, and I wouldn't really want them finding this stuff. So anything that helps prevent that for them is a good thing. But again, you know what I'm saying. I understand the whole argument with companies that might say they don't store this information and it immediately gets deleted. Should we trust them on that? I don't know. So for people asking, 20 hours and 32 minutes is when the event will start. Or technically, it's always 10 minutes added on to that, usually. That's what I was thinking, actually. Oh, hey, Pongats, maybe you can do what I'm doing and add custom live events to your Battle Royale map you're making. Nice. But yeah. I think 7 and 2. Okay, thank you for that. Just make sure to go on game and just double check the time with how many hours it is and just do the maths. I can't really be asked doing the maths at this time. Hex FN, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Didn't event used to be at 9 PM? I mean, I think events should UK time. I mean, yeah, but you know, the Australians always get a rough deal. So I hope one day, we have to get on. Actually, no, because they're 12 hours ahead, so it will always actually quite work. You know, but you know, hopefully, you know, they get a better time of it. Because that's a big market for Fortnite, and they always get a rough time. I think Season 4 OG might be the mini event. What, for battle? Wait, for what? For Battle Royale? I don't really know what you're saying there, mate. But guys, if you do buy anything, consider using creator code mrjayowhy in the Fortnite item shop. #ad, #epic partner. Right, is there anything else